meeting started. So reciting our positive self-affirmation for a maximum impact 2022. Number 1, I have a heart of gold.
I have a heart of gold, a heart that cares for the success of other people.
Number 2, I am thankful and grateful now.
I am thankful and grateful now that I build leaders in my business daily.
Number 3, I am thankful.
I am thankful and grateful now that I am an MLM rocky star in all of their projects.
Number 4, I am thankful.
I am thankful and grateful now that my team is expanding daily.
Number 5, I am thankful and
I am thankful and grateful now that I achieve my income goals for the month.
Number 6, I am thankful and grateful now.
Thankful and grateful now
that I earn more.
That I earn more
than ever expected in my DTC account.
Number 7,
I'm becoming a great leader that drives change.
Again,
I'm becoming a great leader that drives change. I'm becoming a great leader that drives change.
God on my side, I am unstoppable.
God on my side,
I am unstoppable.
Okay,
with God on my side, I am unstoppable. With God on my side, I am unstoppable.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm in a meeting, I'll call you. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm in a meeting, I'll call you. Thank you very much, everyone. So, sorry about that. Okay, so today, like I promised, today is Wednesday. We'll be listening to one of our great leaders in Nigeria, Elias Mokozi, on how to tell our story. How to tell our story. The first Ruby ambassador in Africa. He has written a book already.
My name is Elias Mohozi, and I'm the author of the Master Key to Network Marketing Success. Today, I'm going to share with us how you can tell your business story. Now, I'm sure that many of us who have been into network marketing for quite some time, you have heard of the phrase that facts tell, but stories tell. Now, that's a very, very important statement because many times people buy from us, not just because of the facts, but the emotional connection they have with their stories. People don't want to know a lot of details about the vitamins, about the products, and the composition of the products. What they're interested in is who have the product sold, who has benefited, who is taking their children to school just because of the opportunity, who is enjoying financial freedom because of the opportunity, or who is, who is this person who is suffering from this kind of ailment, and today because of the products, they are doing well. That is what people are most interested in. Now, while of course you must share some facts about the products and about the business, don't forget that the main part of the sale, or what really brings the sale, are the stories and experiences that you share. Now, I'm going to suggest that composing your business story and your product story are very, very important in business, because all the time, as networkers, we shall be sharing our stories at events, during presentations, giving testimonies to our clients and customers as we sell to them, to prospects. So it is a very, very important skill for us to be able to draft our business story. Now, I'm going to encourage everyone who is watching this video today to take time and write down your story. Write it down, read it to yourself, perfect it, read it yourself, record yourself, listen to your...
Did you hear him? He said, when you're sharing our business opportunity, identifying people's pain, then knowing how to bring in our business, either the financial aspect or the product aspect, that facts, if you just tell people facts about the business, facts tells, but it doesn't get people. See, ladies and gentlemen, people say yes to your business based on the emotional. They don't say yes based on logic. They say yes based on how they feel about what you presented to them. And that connection is made through the story you gave to them. People don't buy just because you say this, you can make money from this business, or this product can do this for you. They bought because of the story you told them. So if you're here, you're not getting prospect sign up, is because you've not learned how to tell stories. Stories sell, facts tell, story sells. And that's why you see a difference between a teacher and a lecturer. So while presenting our business, either product-wise or financial-wise, you must learn how to tell your story. All of us here have a story to tell. Before we joined this business, before we met the product, before we met RDI, before we came across the Millionaire School, there are different stories to tell. So all of us need to go back. Assignment number 1, write your story, record it, listen to yourself if it's believable enough, and submit your stories in our WhatsApp group. You must see, people say yes to you because the way you make them feel. And that connection is created emotionally through the story you told them, either about the product, how it helped you or how it helped someone, or financial wise, how it's helping you, how you're having a second stream of income, how it's changed your life financially, how it's going to change your life, and other people's story, or how the Millionaire School, the environment, has changed your mindset towards your goals and mission in life. Tell other people's story. So remember, story sells. So when you're presenting, people connect to you when you tell them stories about how people were in a lower place, in a negative place, in a bad place, and they came across either our business, our products, our Millionaire School, and now this is now how they got to a better place through the support and coaching.
So, and until you feel that your story is selling enough, until you feel that your story is convincing enough, until you feel that when you put yourself in the shoes of the prospect, you also can be able to buy. Now, anyone who is watching this video today, to take time and write down your story. Write it down, read it to yourself, perfect it, read it yourself, record yourself, listen to yourself, and until you feel that your story is selling enough, until you feel that your story is convincing enough, until you feel that when you put yourself in the shoes of the prospect, you also can be able to buy. Now, I want to share with you a draft which you can be able to use to design your story. The first part is, who are you? And here, I want you to be able to connect your...
So please, he's giving us drafts. He's giving us step by step on how to write your story. For some of us that have not learned how to write our story, I know many of us in the Rising Star Mentor group, we've already dealt on that, but this is more like a refresher for us. So how to tell my story. Number 1, who are you? You must answer that question. Who are you? So professional introduction.
Guest to your prospect or to your audience as much as possible. The first part is mentioning your full names. For example, my name is Elias Mohozi. I'm not going to come and say Elias, that's not enough. Come and say my name is Elias Mohozi. Then after telling us your full names, you are going to be able to tell us a bit about your background in terms of where you come from, which country you come from, you said you did, and then you are going to be able to share with us your work experience altogether. Where you worked before, where you were blessed, what were you doing before the opportunity of that you probably trying to share. So basically, you're going to be able to tell us so much about you. The goal here in describing who you are is to let as much as possible to the prospect, to the audience. And many times you can be able to predict so many facts that you can be able to share about your background, especially when you already know who the kind of audience you're talking to or the guest is. Now, after describing who you are, the next part is to share with the audience or your prospect, why were you looking for the opportunity? Now, in here, you share your pain points. Now, when I say your pain point, I don't just mean that your story must be a sad story. No, 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 no. The story should not just be a sad story. It's about the circumstances that you were in terms of who you were, but what were some of the challenges that you are facing altogether. For example, someone could say, I was jobless. Now, maybe that person could be able to describe, for example, could be able to describe what were the challenges that come with being jobless and etc. and etc. Now, that could be a sad story, but the other one could also have a story that's not sad. For example, someone had a profession, maybe I was an accountant before, and I was happy with my job. But there are challenges that came with my job. Number one, I worked long hours. I could not spend time with my family. I could not have time for myself, things of this sort. So ideally, it is about sharing what you didn't like about your background or what you were doing. Now, that's the pain point. And if case, of course, is about the product story, then you mention how your condition made life uncomfortable for you. So it's about being able to relate to someone who is in your same shoes. What are the challenges? The same challenges you are facing are the same challenges they could be facing. So you show us your pain point. Then number 3 is, how did you find the opportunity? Now, this one is normally short, maybe through a friend, you attended a presentation, it was an online presentation, Facebook. Basically, you're trying to relate with many people in the audience who are invited in the same way that you are invited. Then, number 4 is to talk about what excited you most about the opportunity. Now, here, we are talking about the solution. How did you feel that the opportunity was a solution to your pain point altogether? For example, someone who maybe was working, we mentioned an accountant who was working but they didn't have time for their family because of the work schedules, because of too much travels and it's. So what happens is, here you show how you felt that the business was answering that. Maybe I was able to realize that through this business, I could work from home, I could be able to retire early, I could be able to spend my time with my children, etc., etc. Or maybe it was providing and the extra income I needed in case your background was that maybe you had a job or you had a business that needed a boost financially. So basically, it's a flow of about showing how the opportunity created a solution for you, or the product created a solution for you. Now, point number 5 is about the results that you have seen. What results have you seen altogether? Now this is where you're able to explain some of your benefits. Now, in my book, I mentioned that it is very important, if someone has been long in the business, to mention there are many major achievements. But before you go to your major achievements, maybe your 5-year achievements, 10-year achievements, there are people in the audience who are new, maybe they are seeing the business for the very first time, and maybe they have some urgent problems that they will need to solve within that year. So what I need you to do is to, first of all, share your achievement within your first few months in the business. For example, you could say, within the first few months in the business, I was able to, to gain some income. I was able to get some extra income. I was able to get, I was able to start seeing a lifestyle change for myself. So that someone who, before they relate to your 10-year story, they're able to feel that, within the first few months, they can be able to get a solution as they wait for the grand dream of 10 years. Then, of course, feel free to share some of your other achievements. Now, in sharing achievements, some people like going monetarily, but maybe you could also be able to consider using the lifestyle to share some of the achievements. For example, if someone said that because of this opportunity, I earn $500 on a monthly basis, maybe the better version is to share with us how that $500 or extra income is making life easier for you. Someone could, maybe it could be that, now I'm able to provide, for my family. Maybe I'm now able to take my children for vacation because of the extra income. That is more lifestyle than just saying I'm earning an extra, so much money. Now, the other one is that after sharing the results that you have seen, it is very important to also share about your future. What do you hope to see? Sharing about your future. And this is where you share your dreams. And let me tell you something, people are very, very, very inspired by our other four's dreams altogether. And it also shows the long-term approach that you have towards the business. So when you share your dreams, what you hope to achieve, what you feel that this, what you feel that the business will be able to do for you in the future, it is very exciting to the guests. That is a very, very important part that we must not miss as we share our story. Then number 7, and last but not least, and very important by the way, is to bid for action. Bidding for action is trying to show someone that given my circumstances, given who I was, if I can do it, you can be able to do it what? Better. Altogether, you show them that, we are ready to support you, we are ready to work with you, please come and we'll be able to work together. That bid for action, that call to say, get started right now. In bidding for action, we could also be able to share some promotions that the company has. You are able to bid your support, you're able to show the teamwork. That is the last part that makes a person who has been second guessing. Many times when we share with someone about a product, about a story, sometimes they are divided between two parts. Should I jump in? Should I not jump in? Should I jump in? Should I not jump in? So bidding for action is what makes a person feel that, let me take this decision. Let me make this buy. Let me make this sell. And it is so bidding for action is very, very important. Now, I want to suggest that just 2 more last tips, especially about sharing your story. Number 1, you must be very excited. Speak with energy, speak with excitement. No one wants to join someone who is cold, someone who is talking as if they don't know where they're going. You must be able to speak loudly. You must be able to show that you're excited about your opportunity. After all, you are sharing your story. Then also importantly, I'm going to encourage you to write your story down. Altogether, write your story down, read it yourself. First, feel that your story is convincing before you try to convince others. Altogether, because once you write down your story, it makes you realize some parts that you're missing, some parts that you'll be able to add on, some irrelevances that you're talking about. So writing your story down is very important in terms of crafting down a very good story. Then last but not least is to practice altogether. Whether you write your story down, what is important is to practice. Don't wait to become perfect. Just practice. Keep on telling your story to your prospects, to your audience, meet your upline and, share with them your story and ask them to correct you. Have maybe a sideline or a friend of yours as you are sharing your story to the public, to the audience. Ask them, how did I perform? What parts, can I be able to cut? What do you think I should be able to add in? Until you perfect your story, because telling your story is a very, very, very important skill in network marketing. May God bless you. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and so that you can be able to get many more tips from me. And then I'm also going to ask you please to purchase a copy of my book, The Master Key to Network Marketing Success. The beauty about it, you can be able to also get it on Amazon and you buy an online version of the book. In this book, I share more details about how to share your story and how I was able to build my own business through sharing my story. And may God bless you. See you at the top.
Wow. 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 Okay. So this is our number 1. In fact, the first Ruby ambassador, Ruby Global Ambassador in Africa, and part of the top 20 in the world. His name is Elias Mokosi.
I am completely done.
His name is Elias Mokosi. How many of us learned something? Wave your hand if you know you learned something. How many of us learned something? Let me see you wave your hand or raise your hand. How many of you learned how to tell your story? This is powerful. This is powerful. Okay, Mama Aminu, I can see you. Reverend Benson, did you learn how to tell your story? Mr. Aminu, did you learn how to tell your story? Apostle Jonathan, happy to have you back. Do you learn how to tell your story? Madam Eunice, did you learn how to tell your story? So from what we just learned, how to tell story, number 1, in summary, who are you? Here you mention your full name. You mention your background, where you came from, your work experience, where you were before in your job or your work, and why you were not happy there. 2, he talks about Why are you looking for the opportunity? You must answer that question while telling your story. Why were you looking for an opportunity despite where you were? Share your pain points, be it positive or negative. Some of us, our pain points, we are already doing well before we met this opportunity, but there was an insatisfaction in our life that we discovered that this opportunity will start. Why some of us, we are not doing well already in life, so we're seeking for a better place. So here in number 2, you do or tell your story, be it sad or happy story, based on your audience. Then show insatisfaction, share what you did not like about your background and how, or what you did not like about your health condition, how it affected your life. Now, 3, the third phase of your story should be, how did you find this opportunity? How did you find our business opportunity? How were you introduced? How did you come about to know about this business opportunity? You tell them this experience of how you came to know about it and how you joined. What captivated your interest? Number 4, what excited you most about this opportunity? What solution did you discover that this opportunity will serve to your pain point or to your problem? Show them how the business answered and solved your pain points, how it answered your prayer, how it answered, provided a solution, how the product or the opportunity changed your life. Then the 5th one is what? The results you have seen. Here, you mention about your achievements. Now, when mentioning about your achievement, mention your achievements of your first few months or your first year before you start mentioning of 2 years down, 3 years down, 4 years down, and the rest of them. He says, share your achievement from where you started and where you are right now. Show your audience using your lifestyle. He said, it's okay to mention how much you've earned, but instead of just mentioning how much you've earned, he said, this is a new one I learned and I love it. He said, instead of mentioning how much you've earned, tell them using your current lifestyle, how that money you've earned affected you, how it affected your lifestyle, how it changed something in you, how it was able to help you solve a problem in your family, change the way things are being done in your family or in your life. So that one is a big one for me. He said, instead of mentioning how much you've earned, show them how the money you've earned have changed your life, how it has changed your family's life, how it has changed something in you, the experience, the new experience it's giving to you. Okay, so that's one thing I learned. Share your using, don't talk about how much you've earned, but share your lifestyle. Show them how the money you have made is giving you the lifestyle and the solution it has provided to you and your family. Number 6, he said, share about your future. Share your dreams to them. Show them where you are going, your vision. This is where I'm going, and through this, I'm going to get there. Through this vehicle, I'll get there. Through the support team, the mentorship and coaching, I'll get there. Okay? Okay, so show them the long-term approach you have about this business. Number 7, he said, bid for action. Show people that given the circumstances of where you were, if you can make it through, if you can make it from where you were, which was a hellfire, where you don't like, to where you are right now, which is heaven, so can you. So show them that there will be support, the teamwork, there will be promo, there are structures in place to help them grow and upgrade in skills and in what's results. Now, he said we should note that when we are telling our story, number 1, we must show high level of excitement. We must speak with energy. We must be loud. We must be enthusiastic, because see, closing is transfer of emotion. If your emotion is low and negative, you are transferring it and you will not get them to take action. But when your emotion is positive, your energy level is high. You see how people are watching football and they're excited. You can see where 2 market women are discussing of something wonderful and the excitement. Now you must show that excitement. You must show that enthusiasm. You must show that passion, that joy when you are telling story. Your energy level must be high because you are emitting a positive emotion, and the positive emotion you emit, your audience will do what you feel it, and it will make them to say yes. Remember, people buy because how you make them feel. Now, he also said we should write our story down. So that's the assignment today. Everybody, you must write your story using the 7 steps on how to tell your story. Write your story down and ensure it is very, very convincing. While writing down, he said we should checkmate with our team members and leaders. If our story is good, we should identify, when you write it down, read it to yourself, read it to people. Now, why are you reading it to yourself and to people? So that you become, put yourself in another person's shoe and ask yourself, will you be convinced by this story you've written? Then post it in our various WhatsApp groups so that I can also help us do what? Edit our story. Okay, identify mistakes and improve on me. So our assignment today is to write our story. Everybody, you must write your story using these 7 steps on how to write our story. Then you must submit it so that I can look at it, submit it in our various Alpha Lion WhatsApp group so that I can look at it and I can correct you so that when you're presenting the opportunity, remember, we've thought about prospecting and inviting in a professional way. Now you tell your story, because by next week we'll be doing on what? Presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, storytelling makes people say yes. So the reason why some of us are not receiving yes is because we've not been telling our story. Very, very important. Okay, so right now I need each and every one of us go to our various WhatsApp group and don't list for me the 10 things that you need to do to tell your story, the 10 factors of storytelling. Everybody go to our various WhatsApp group now. You have like 5 minutes. List for me so that I'll be sure you are following. Go to our various WhatsApp group. List for me the factors that involve in your storytelling. These 7 things I mentioned, don't explain it, just list it. Number 1 is this, number 2 is this, number 3 is this, number 4 is this. Go to our various WhatsApp group. List it for me right now. List it right now, right now. I want to see us listing it right now in our various WhatsApp group. I want to see us listing it right now in our various WhatsApp group. I want to see us listing it right now in our various WhatsApp group. Okay, I'm waiting for us. I want us to list it in our various WhatsApp groups. The 7 steps that, how to tell your story, 7 factors that you need to consider while telling your story. Number 1, let me repeat it. In fact, I need to ensure you guys are following. So if there's a point you missed out, you can indicate. I will say number 1 is who are you? Number 2 is why you were looking for the opportunity. Number 3 is how you found the opportunity. Number 4, what excited you the most about the opportunity. Number 5, results that you've seen. Number 6, share about your future. Number 7, bid for action. Number 7, bid for action. Okay, so I'm waiting. Let's be fast about that. Okay, let's be fast about that. Mr. Aminu, you just wrote 167. You missed the rest. Okay, Mr. Aminu, number 2 is why were you looking for the opportunity? Number 3 is how did you find the opportunity? Number 4 is what excites you the most about the opportunity? And number 5 is the results you have seen. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's ensure to write that. So I'll be sending across the records. I'll be sending across the records so that we can go through it and list it very well and also submit our assignment. So before we go, I want us to listen to a powerful message. I told us I'm undergoing a course. I am undergoing a course, a professional course. I started January and I'm still on it, and I'm really learning quite a whole lot. And like I promised, a lot of things I'm learning, I'm going to teach us, but I don't want to teach us half meal. I want to get to a level where I can start teaching us, where I can ascertain professionalism, because now I'm at the phase of learning and making mistakes. You see that, guys? I'm learning and making mistakes so that I can improve to come teach us. But there was something there was a gift they gave us last night, and this gift really blessed my life, and I want to share it with each and every one of us. So let's listen to this. Please, if you are yet to list this thing, you can do that later, but let's listen to this, please, very important. I want us to listen to this message. Wherever you are, I'm going to post it, but I want you to listen. And while you're listening, I want you to repeat. In fact, I need everyone, well, I don't want to unmute, but I want you, as he's saying what he's saying, I need you to repeat it as he's saying it, okay?
Treasure Kalu International presents Affirmation for a remarkable year. Get ready for a life-changing experience. Welcome.
I boldly declare that this year is my best year yet. This year is another special gift given to me by God to manifest the dominion mandate, give greater expressions to my divine purpose, and exert irrecoverable impact in my word. I make bold to declare that this will not be like any other year since I was born. I declare that the forces of the highest heavens are propelling me into the arena of greatness prepared for me before the foundation of the world. The forces of the universe are conspiring together for my good. The sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the waters, and all the elements of nature favor my divine course. I bask effortlessly in glory, power, and honor. I make bold to declare that this year will not see my end. I transverse the length, the breadth, and the height of this year in optimum health and in vitality. I shall fulfill the number of my days. As a king, I declare that every evil associated with this year will find no expression in my life, nor in the lives of my loved ones. The arrows of darkness and the schemes of wickedness are hereby rendered null and void, because I dwell in the secret place of the Most High, where no foe can access. I declare that I walk in unshakable tranquility. I give no room to anxiety, neither do I allow the pressures of this life to roughen me. No matter the news, no matter the statistics, no matter the forecast, I remain bold, calm, and balanced. As a man on a mission, I boldly declare that this year I walk in uncommon discipline and in singleness of purpose. I live every single day with a high sense of mission and urgency of purpose. My goals are constantly before me, and I pursue them with every fiber of my being. I do not allow myself to be distracted by the low-hanging fruits of this life, neither do I flirt with activities that do not align with my divine purpose. I walk in unbridled clarity. I am not confused because I am surrounded by wise counsel, and the author of all wisdom lives in me. Every step I take is in the right direction. I boldly declare that this year I shall be found at the royal dining tables with the kings and the queens of this world. My association with vain men has since ended. Now I walk with royalty. because that's who I am. I am decked in glory, power, honor, and majesty. I boldly declare that this year I am productive in all ramification. My mind is an unending stream of world-changing ideas. I do not stop at the realm of conception. I convert my ideas into tangible products that bless humanity. Those who ever engage in my products are forever transformed. My industry and marketplace willfully exchange my product and solution for the money in their treasury. I declare that I'm a money magnet. Money knows my name. I attract money in the best currencies of this world. I am rich in gold, in silver, and in worldly goods. This year, I walk in the reality of the luxury prepared for me before the foundation of the world. Nothing is too good nor too expensive for me. All I need to do is to fix my mind on them, and they come to me by free cost. I walk in a dimension of wealth that no one in my lineage has ever walked in before. As I do so, I bless my word from the abundance of my possession. I can never be poor because poverty is incompatible with my divine DNA. I declare that this year, the doors of the nations of the world are opened unto me. From my nation, I travel every continent of this world. No nation ever denies me entry because I carry the solution that they desperately need. My products penetrate every continent of this world. As a spirit being having a human experience, I declare that I'm constantly in touch with my divinity and spirituality. I have a deeper and richer fellowship with God. I walk in intimacy with the Holy Spirit. The eyes of my understanding are constantly enlightened to know the unsearchable riches of Christ Jesus. I walk in holiness and in righteousness. I walk in sanctification and in consecration. I'm a man of prayers, fasting, and soul winning. I dispense divinity everywhere I go. Demons tremble when I appear because I am the headquarters of God Almighty. I am an ambassador of the kingdom of light, and I hereby declare that this year is my best year yet.
Thank you for listening to Affirmation for a Remarkable Year by Treasure Kalu. For inquiries or book.
If you know that you just liked what you heard right now, let me see you wave your hand. Be on your video, let me see you wave your hand. If you know what you heard right now impacted, like there was this shift, there was this energy that you just felt. Let me see you wave your hand, or go to the raise hand too and wave your hand. So I was blessed with this, and I'm going to bless all of us with it. All I need us to do is to make sure that when I send it to our WhatsApp group, every morning you wake up after your prayers, listen to it. Every night before you go to bed, listen to it. The reason why a lot of things are happening to us is that we expose our senses to negative things. Listen to negative news and you sleep. Watch negative pictures and you sleep. Having negative experience and you sleep. You wake up, the first thing is negative experience. Learn how to do what creates the environment of positivity in alignment with your goals. So this affirmation, in fact, I just brought out my affirmation book. I'm going to write all of them down. Listen to it every morning and night. And let's remember our assignments for today. Our assignment is to write our story. So those of you watching the replay, I need you to listen to the replay and write down, list for me the 7 steps towards storytelling and the important 2 notes you're supposed to keep in mind while telling your story. Then I need you to go write your story and submit in our group so that I can go through it and assess you. And you also practice telling people about it and ensure that it's convincing enough. Very important, okay? So those of us watching the replay, make sure you carry out your assignments. Then I'm also going to post this affirmation so that we can have it, we listen to it every morning and every night. Every morning we wake up and every night before we go to bed. Then lastly, I want each and every one of us to, let's remember that our business presentation for this week is on Saturday. Let's remember Thursday and Saturday, we'll be meeting at the office for those of you in Lagos. And our business presentation in the office, invite your prospect 11 a.m. But via Zoom, we'll be having it on Saturday by 7:30 p.m. So those of you watching the replay, please kindly watch and do like I said and submit your review. Right now, I'll be ending this meeting to meet one-on-one with everyone on WhatsApp. Thank you and have a great day.